What's going on, guys? I'm Louie here from Sin City Living.
And I'm Amy.
As always, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. I want to thank our patrons. All tips and all donations will be going to... Pardon me, I got a little frog in my throat. All tips and donations will be going towards bettering our channel. Hopefully one day we can get a roulette table up in here.
Right over there.
Right over there. For more information, go ahead and check the link in the description below. Check it. Now today's video, it's a part 2 from the part 1 that Jason and I made earlier for auditioning. Getting ready for auditions. But this video in specific, we're going to be going over the other table games besides craps.
All the other stuff.
Yeah.
I've been in the business longer than both of them combined.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't done as many auditions as the kid sitting next to me. So maybe you have a little more practical advice. I've got more advice for preparing other people for auditions. You've got more experience with auditions themselves. So what's a little off the top you can
So I've had 3 separate auditions, okay? I've had auditions where you go and audition on a live game. I've had auditions where you audition at dealer schools. And I've had auditions where you go into the big casinos. They take you all the way downstairs. They take you to a room in the back. And they have table games set up in the back. Okay, we audition with the casino manager, the ship boss.
all the important dudes in suits.
Basically. And, but that's not till you get to the different, the higher level casinos towards the strip.
Towards the center of the strip.
Center of the strip, not the outskirts, right? Because in the outskirts, you could they'll probably throw you on a live game, check you out.
Yeah, center strip is a totally different animal.
Mm-hmm. Ah, that's delicious cola.
It's a delightful cola.
It's delicious. So what's some advice right off the top of your head that you would give?
Slow down and get out of your own head. I mean, they expect you to come in nervous.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna make a little mistakes, but you gotta just keep going. You can't focus because then you're gonna snowball and you're gonna keep making more mistakes.
Right.
So just take a breath and slow down. Don't try and be fancy. Just don't cut corners.
Right.
Just deal a clean game.
Right. Procedure, talk your game.
Absolutely.
They know you're nervous. They know you're going to make mistakes. Be friendly. Especially when you're breaking in. They know you're nervous. They know you don't know diddly squat about the game, okay?
And that's probably going to be if you're breaking in, that's going to be your first experience on a live game.
Right.
I remember my first time being on a live game.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
But it gets easier, it gets better, and it's going to be something you look forward to because every new game that you end up on is something different.
Right. Maybe you're auditioning at the same casino you work at. You're just auditioning to jump on another game too, which that happens. Maybe you're a 21 dealer and you've been going to dealer school, or on your breaks you've been going and shadowing a roulette game or something along those lines, and they say, "Why don't you go ahead and try it out? You want to
give it a little spin.
Tap in on the game." And now you're auditioning on a roulette game.
It's not a formal audition, but it's an
audition.
audition all the same, just to show that you know what you're doing so they can trust you on the game.
Right, exactly.
I mean, an audition isn't always for a new job. Sometimes it's just for a new game.
Could be an audition to become a dual rate.
That is the thing, too.
Yeah.
So
Ask questions too. Ask questions. Every procedure is going to be different at every casino you go to. They're going to have different payouts. Is this a 6-5 blackjack, or is this a 3-2? When you go deal baccarat, do you hand off the cards, or do I keep the cards up here?
Midi or mini?
Right, midi or mini. Easy baccarat. Is there no commission? Okay, if there's no commission, where are they picking up the slack from? Because usually if there's no commission,
bets?
right, they pick it up with the side bets.
Panda, dragon, fortune, all
Right.
sorts of different things.
Right, exactly.
Or even blackjack. Every casino's got their own versions of side bets. I mean,
Yep.
you could have King's Bounty, or Pair Square, or Royal Match, or
Right.
21 plus 3.
Yeah.
I mean, always make sure you go in before you get onto that game and tap onto that game. Make sure you are familiar with, or walk through and look at their layout. See what stuff they have on their layout. Get there a little bit early. Get a feel for the casino floor itself. Get a feel for the tables. Look at the layouts.
Right.
And give yourself time to find a good headspace before you tap onto that game for sure.
And be friendly, but don't be a dweeb. Okay? As Jason said earlier, you don't want to tap in on a game. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm blah, blah, blah. And meanwhile, this person over here on the corner, they're down $1,000.
And they ain't got time for your
And they
bullshit.
ain't got time for none of that. Shut the fucking deal the cards, you know?
You want to be friendly and personable, but you don't want to be overwhelming.
Right. You go to a table and you got a couple regulars that are just
Hanging out.
Hanging out. That you come in, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm Louie. Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, how are you?
Because that can be a super turnoff.
Right. I mean, exactly. And it's also a red flag. Like, hey, I'm fresh meat over here. Take a shot at me.
Right.
I'm fresh. Take as many shots as you like.
But that doesn't mean absolutely don't be friendly and
Right.
don't make it a good experience.
Right.
But don't just go over the top with it.
Right.
I mean,
clap in. Hey, how you guys doing? You know, burn your card.
always smile and be friendly,
Right.
but you don't have to dial it up to 11 for sure.
Right. Exactly. Be formal too. You be formal and friendly, but don't get too friendly and don't be too formal to where you're not having a good time. You can be personable.
Don't be robotic.
Right. Right. Exactly.
But also, if you're super nervous, don't force yourself to be too flamboyant with your personality
Right.
because then you're more likely to make mistakes.
Right.
But, I mean, some people, I know for me, if I'm nervous, then I just start talking and trying to laugh to break my own tension. But, I mean, find something that works for you. Find a nice middle ground.
Right. I will say this, depending on where you audition at, if you're a tier 1 break-in, they know you're gonna make mistakes. They don't know you don't know diddly squat about dealing the casino business or the game you're dealing. So they expect you to make mistakes. Now, once you get up to the higher end casinos, I've had audition where you go and deal high limit baccarat, and I've got the lowest bet I have on the table is 900. The highest bet I have is 32,000. And you're dealing high limit. You're dealing the cards, and you're handing off the cards. You don't see money like this. I mean, the highest hand I've ever dealt on baccarat was 15 grand a hand. But then I go and I see these weird bets: 17,000, 550, 21,000 here, 32,000 over there, 900 over here, and they're commission. You better know your stuff, okay? They're gonna try to move bets. They're gonna take shots at you. Nope, open one card. No, open. I didn't tell you to open now. No, why are you giving him the white? And especially if you're dealing to a casino manager and a shift manager, or maybe a pit boss, right? Maybe you're auditioning with them. They know all the tips, not all the tips, but they know all the tricks. Okay, they know where all the shots are at. Let me sweep this bonus bet before I tuck my my cards in. Let me swipe another check on the bottom. Let me do this. Let me do that. Did you scan your layout? Maybe I go to take a hit and I peel one off the top. Scan your layout. Memorize what you have. Get ready for the shots, especially for you experienced dealers who are going up and moving to that tier 3, tier 4 casino.
It's always best to slow down your game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bach is typically a pretty slow-paced game anyways.
Right.
When you start dealing with the bigger bets and the higher stakes,
Right.
My best advice is just slow it down. I mean,
Prove everything too.
absolutely talk every bit out. If it helps you, call out what each of the bets are. You know, when you're handing off cards, the best rule of thumb is to give the cards to the person with the highest bet.
Right.
Of that, if you've got this player here who's betting the player side, he's got 1,700, and then the guy next to him is playing 12,000 a hand, also on the player side. You're going to give the cards to that $12,000 bet.
Right, exactly.
But just slow it down,
Yeah.
slow and steady.
Talk your game, slow and steady. Deal smooth. Be precise. When it comes to the higher payouts, prove everything.
Everything.
Even if it's not a higher payout, let's say you're dealing a 3-2 blackjack game. You got somebody betting $25. You've got 3 different colors, and you have a coin, a $50 involved. So you got your green, you got your red, and you got your white. Your
Pretty
aces.
little rainbow bet.
Right. You got 3 color bet with a 50-cent piece on top. So essentially, you have a 4 different color bet. Prove everything, and then go and pay.
Yep.
Okay. And as
They
I
will never get mad at you for taking that extra step because
Right.
it's it'll show that they can trust you because they know that at any time they can look over at your game and see everything that's going on.
Right.
And they're not going to have to worry about, getting a call from surveillance that the way that you're paying things is weird, or why are they pulling out green chips, because they see things from straight down on. So if you're not proving that bet and they don't see the green chips or the black chips or whatever underneath, then surveillance is going to be confused why you're pulling out these higher denomination chips anyways.
Clear your
So,
hands.
Yes, and you're going to find yourself, if you've been doing this long enough, clearing your hands in your regular life too.
Yeah, I've done it all the time.
And have an aversion to putting money in people's hands or taking money back into your own hands. It feels gross.
Yeah, it does.
It seriously does, and people are going to forever look at you like you're an asshole because,
Yeah, I'll put it down and slide it forward.
Yep.
That's usually how I pay for things if I pay cash. I want to move on to roulette. Oh, actually, before I move on to roulette, because she is the roulette master over here. Before I move on to roulette, carnival games. Okay. So every casino does it different. You'll go to a casino where they have pie out with the machine, or maybe you'll go deal pie out on a casino where they have them in the bowls. So you got a chingy chingy chingy. Pop. Right. Yeah, little chingy chingy chingy. But so be ready for anything. Like I said, check the layout.
Familiarize yourself if they've got a progressive, if they've got, if it's got commission, if it's commission free, if it's face up. Always make sure that you scope out your tables that the casino offers before your audition.
Right.
That way you're not surprised or you're not caught off guard and you're ready for your audition.
As I had said in the video before this, when the auditioning for craps, go there a week or two in advance and just check out the action. The normal everyday action.
Little lurky.
Walk around. Walk around.
Waka.
Waka waka. Ask questions. Go talk. Introduce yourself maybe to the floor or the casino manager, whoever.
Another important thing: if you do get there early, do not gamble before your audition.
Oh my God!
And once you're done, leave.
Yes.
Do not gamble afterwards either. That is so unprofessional.
Yes.
And they will likely think less of you for that.
You
Probably won't get
ruin your chances of getting hired. Yeah, I'm getting ready for an audition.
There's a difference between scoping out the tables and checking layouts and getting yourself familiar and gambling. Don't do that.
Right.
Just don't.
Yeah.
That's not good.
And don't think right off the bat you're gonna be high limit McGee.
No.
You're gonna deal with their regular tables there.
You're gonna be the $5 or $10 blackjack master for a while.
You gotta pay your dues.
Yep.
You gotta pay your dues until you prove yourself otherwise.
Because they don't know you yet. They're not comfortable with your skill. They're not gonna throw you into the deep end right off the bat.
Right, exactly.
They're gonna make sure that you're comfortable with your game before they start throwing the crazy stuff at you.
Right.
Trial by fire happens occasionally, but it's not the norm.
Watch your game protection.
100%.
I want to get on the roulette.
Okay, do it. Let's go.
When you spin the ball, don't you have to break your finger. But I will get onto this. Watch your layout. Learn to listen to the ball. You should know.
Don't be looking into your wheel well watching it drop, because people will post bet, switch bets, pull shit off. So watch your layout. Learn to listen. You can hear it slowing down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just don't watch your wheel well. Watch your layout.
Right. Watch your layout, and that goes with everything. Watch your layout. Scan your layout.
Because they will try and pull a fast one on you.
Right.
If you give them an opening, they will dive through that like the fucking Kool-Aid man.
And just ask questions. Ask whoever. Just, hey, what are your procedures? What are your policies? What is this? What is this? What is that? What is this? Do I stand on all 17s? Do I hit on a soft 17? Just ask away.
Yep.
All right. It never hurts to ask questions.
That's right. Because it's better to ask a question and get clarification on something than to make a poor mistake and be looked down on or get ridiculed for or just made to look silly because you didn't ask.
There's also this one too. If you're on an audition and there's a group, be friendly. They're watching you.
Yep.
Talk to other people in the group. Introduce yourself. Talk to them.
Find some common ground.
Right, because you don't know if they're going to be working with you, or as I had stated before, they're watching you all the time. They want to see how your people skills are.
Yep. Because that's what 80% of the job is. I mean,
Right.
yeah, they want to know that you can deal the game, but they also want to know that you're going to be able to interact with their customers in a positive and friendly manner where they're going to want to come back. Our job is
Right.
mainly customer service.
If you see somebody that you know that works there, it's fine to go say hi, maybe wave, smile at them, but don't go to their table and have a 20 minute, half-hour conversation with them, especially if they're in the middle of dealing.
Right.
Okay?
It's different if you catch them outside on a break or
Right.
as they're leaving for the day or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
That makes you look bad, and it makes the dealer that you're sequestering in conversation look bad as well.
Right. And if somebody recommended you for an audition there, let's say you applied and they recommended you, and now don't make that person look bad. Okay? They're putting themselves on the line for you.
Yep, they're putting their reputation on the line for you, and you do not want to make them look foolish.
All in all, follow procedure. Be confident, even if you're not. Fake it. But
Fake
don't-
it till you make it, man.
Yes, exactly. Do your homework. Do your homework there, okay? And practice beforehand, of course.
But don't practice too much, because
Right.
that'll put more pressure on yourself once you make that first mistake, which will happen.
Oh yeah.
Just let it go and move on.
Right.
And do not fix your own mistakes.
100%.
Do not, because that will 100% get you a check back in a month. Well,
Or hey, yeah, you did great, but we're just not hiring at this time.
You know, on the do your homework thing, research the casino, because you mentioned researching the casino as well, because they do give you the question in the interview before the audition, they'll ask, why do you want to work here?
Yeah. So for those of you who didn't hear, Jason brought up an excellent point in terms of doing your homework. Do your homework on the casino and the corporation that you are auditioning for as well, because during the interview they will ask you, why do you want to work here? So do your homework for that too.
you know, is it a company that's got multiple properties, and you
Right.
want to end up, moving up from their tier 1 up to, tier 3 or tier 4?
Right.
Or do you do they offer a game that nobody else does? I mean,
Right.
do they have
They have tiles.
Do they have Pai-Gow tiles? Do they
Single
have
zero.
big baccarat? Do they have single zero roulette?
Right.
Are you looking to advance your knowledge of the games?
Right, exactly.
Find something to offer instead of just
Are they willing to teach you?
right.
Because some casinos do have courses. Some casinos do have courses that you can come in during your off time, and you can come in. How is their company overall to work for? Are they going to take care of you? Things along those lines.
But that's also a loaded question too.
It is.
Be careful who you ask, because if you ask the burnout whether the casino is a great one to work for, even if the corporation is one of the best ones in your area,
Right.
the burnout dealer will tell you that it's an absolute horrible place to work. So always be careful
Right.
who you're taking advice and whatever from. And do not listen to the dealers that tell you to cut corners.
Right. Right. It's
Never ignore procedure for the ease of dealing.
Right. Well, I got anything else you want to add onto that?
No,
No, me neither.
that's about all I got.
All right. Well, as always, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. All right.
And we'll catch you later.
Bye.